Hey everyone, so finally Devil is here. Oh, sorry, I mean Devin is here, and I'm sure you must have been heard about this by now. And for starters, Devin, as the makers of the Devin says, this is the first AI software engineer. Yes, you heard it right, first AI software engineer. And friends, just after this announcement, all the Twitter handles and other social media platforms are really flooded with this news. Everyone is talking about the same, and if all that is to be believed, well, the end of software developers is not too far. So guys, I request you to watch this video and listen everything very carefully as I help you understand what is Devin and what is the similar tools like Devin. And this video will also help you to understand and cut the noise from the market and really focus on the real meat of the issue. So let's start first understanding what exactly is the Devin. And friends, to begin with, I really love the way they called it the first AI software engineer. They have very cleverly dodged the names like GPT, LLM, AI or ML. I mean, every day there are multiple products that are coming with these suffixes or the prefixes. So very cleverly they have just called the Devin as the world's first AI software engineer. And you know what? This small move or the small change in the naming convention has really kind of grabbed the attention of the software world. It's actually like hitting someone where it hurts the most, a direct competition and a big threat to us, the software engineers. But is it really that good? Let's try to understand. So let's begin with watching the official launch video of the Devin. So this is the official video. As you can see that the links are given in the description box. You can watch the entire video as your time permits. But for now, I will keep the video on mute and will help you dissect and understand what exactly is Devin doing. So here you can see that we have one sample program that they have selected is to compare three different API providers. So what they're actually doing is comparing the performance of the API providers. Let's just say the API endpoints. So currently you can see that Devin has started to work and it is understanding the requirement and working along the solution. So currently Devin has three major components. The first one is the terminal, and I'm sure you must have seen these kind of terminals in multiple IDs like the Visual Studio. Terminal is used to write the commands. And then secondly, the Devin also has a browser. So basically it is used to browse the internet and refer to the other documentation and the resources on the open internet. And the third component that Devin has is the code editor, very similar to the Visual Studio or Eclipse. So friends, with all these three important components in Devin, what is your observation? Well, see, my understanding or my take on all these components is that all these components are used by any software engineer to write, to test and see the output of the code and even refer the documentation on the internet. So the tool Devin is really created to mimic a software engineer. So one thing is very clear, that this tool Devin is not like the GPT or the Gemini, which gives us the standalone codes based on the prompt that we give to the ChatGPT or the Google Gemini. Here the Devin is really doing all that for you. It is really mimicking a software engineer. Scary, right? Now friends, let me take you to the official website of the Cognition AI to understand all what Devin can do. So friends, here you can see the official website of the Cognition AI, who are the makers of the Devin, the world's first AI software engineer. And you can of course learn more here. We will come back to this in just a little while. But first, let's understand that this Devin tool is not open for all. So there is a wait list to test this tool and try this tool. So in case you really want to understand and try this tool, which I'm sure you do, you have to join this waitlist. Here you can see that if you click on this waitlist, you will be given this kind of form where you have to fill in all the records and then submit the form. So then once you are eligible or once you are through with the waitlist, you will get the mail notifications from the Cognition AI. But here I will go back to the official website here. And also my friends, one noticeable claim that they have on this website is that we have raised 21 million Series A led by the Founders Fund. So what do you think? It's a rightful claim or maybe just a marketing gimmick? But anyways, let's go to the blog and really understand what is Devin capable of. And to start with, you can see the video that I just showed you. I will go down to understand what are the capabilities of the Devin. And here you can see in this section, here's the sample of what Devin can do. So here you can explore all the videos where different parties or different companies or maybe the different individuals are testing Devin as the product and also testing what exactly are the capabilities. I will not open all the videos, but let me very quickly go through what Devin can do. So here you can read it's written that Devin can learn on how to use unfamiliar technologies. So very similar to a software engineer where we are always ready to learn the unfamiliar and unknown technologies, Devin can also do the same. Then Devin can build and deploy apps end to end. So here you can see that Devin can actually build the apps, it can deploy the apps all on its own. And not just that, my friends, Devin can autonomously find and fix the bugs in the code bases. And then Devin can also train and fine-tune its own AI models. So as the company claims that Devin can not only understand, it can write the code, it can find the bugs, it can also tune and train the own AI models. And why this point is so important? Because by this the company is telling you that the Devin is able to learn new technologies and work on the same. And then it also says that the Devin can address bugs and features requests in open source repositories, and that is where the company claims that the Devin can link to the GitHub issues and also fix the same. And then, my friends, they tell you that the Devin can contribute to mature production repositories. And lastly, they say and claim, and this one is very interesting, that they have even tried to give Devin the real jobs on Upwork, and it could really do so. Now, I really want to show you some graphs here. So here you can see the various graphs on the performance or engineering performance. To start with, you can see that the ChatGPT 3.5 can resolve 0.52% of the cases or the different use cases given to the ChatGPT in terms of writing code and all the other things around it. Then you can see we have ChatGPT 4, which is 1.7% capable, so a little slight improvement from the ChatGPT 3.5. Then we have SWE Llama 7B, Llama 13B, and you can see the increasing graph on the capabilities of all these models. And then we have this Claude 2, which is 4.80%. Basically, it can resolve 4.80 of the total issues given to it. Now you can see the Devin, which is staggering 13.86%. So can you see the leap jump from ChatGPT 3.5 just standing at 0.52 to Devin, which is at 13.86%. So as the company claims, in all the real world software engineering problems that were given to the Devin, it was able to resolve 13.86% of the total problems. And also, my friends, if you want, you can read all about the Cognition AI on this documentation or this website. Okay, so now that we have understood all the capabilities of the Devin from the official documentation and website, let's do some reality check. And first of all, I will begin with their own website. If the Devin is loaded with such godlike capabilities, probably to start with, they should use their website to showcase some real capabilities of the tool Devin. Anyways, the Devin may have taken some Upwork jobs here and there, but the level of these jobs is not clear. All these demos and the showcase of the capabilities are meant to grab the attention of the investors and raise huge money. And to be honest, I'm really impressed by the marketing of the Devin or the Cognition AI. They have really done a wonderful job of calling this a world's first AI software engineer. Really grabbed the attention of the community. But friends, we have to admit, writing good software or good applications is not just writing the code. It is actually far beyond that. It is more understanding your client and the customers. In most of the cases, the customers themselves do not know what actually they are looking for. And with a very vague idea in their mind, they could come up to you, the software engineers or the software companies, and normally they're looking for a silver bullet that will resolve all their problems. So as I said, a great software does not involve only the code. It starts with the human interaction, dialogues, thinking and seeing through the customer minds, meetups, demos, product iterations, improving and improvising, the fights between the developers, operations and the testers and whatnot. And only after all these painstaking stages, then you get the first cut of the software. So friends, as I see it, it really takes the human experience and human interactions, problem solving skills that AI has not mastered yet. It is like planning the big pieces of how your software works and the overall user experience. And trust me on that, all this is really an art and the AI has just barely touched it. Now friends, for a moment, forget about the AI or the GPTs or the LLMs or even the Devin. When the first computers were launched, it was considered a killing machine for many jobs, but what really happened was the exact opposite of it. And friends, for a very long period of time now, I've been hearing about the autonomous cars that are going to eat the jobs of millions of drivers around the world. But tell me honestly, how many of these autonomous cars have you actually seen on the road? So has it ever happened to you that you just call the Uber and they they have sent out autonomous cars? No, right? And then my friends, can we forget about the Bitcoin? Well, no, I'm not talking about the Bitcoin itself. I'm talking about the underlying technologies that was called blockchain. And the blockchain, my friends, was considered to be super safe, immutable journals to have the potential of removing all the banking and financial frauds. And you know what? I really did a certification on blockchain. But where is it now? Nowhere to see. And the banking frauds, the banking and financial frauds are on a record high. And how can I not talk about the ChatGPT? So there were so many claims on the social media. People were showcasing about how they have built the entire application, software's website using the code generated only by the ChatGPT. And then there is me. I tried to generate some simple web pages for my website, thetechblackboard.com, and this is what I get. And friends, in the earlier days, now I'm not sure how many of you have used or worked on those tools, but those times the coding would mean super plain and grayscale terminals and endless line of code. And then came the drag and drop interfaces such like Visual Basic or the Dreamweaver. And they were actually called what you see is what you get. And post that, the era came for the tools like Visual Studio with auto completion or IntelliSense. We then got something which is called the code snippet, where with just a few strokes you could generate a whole chunk of code, amazing for efficiency. And now my friends, I'm sure that you must have heard about the GitHub Copilot or other tools similar to that. And yes, I truly remember there was a hype with the GitHub Copilot as well, as we are now having with the Devin, that it will replace the real coders. And then my friends, the other day I was trying the Amazon Code Whisper. So here's the thing, the key point in all these trends is that we spend less time on the boring repetitive tasks such as typing and more on the creative and strategic parts of the software development. So finally my friends, let's try to wrap up the video. See, all this panic and the buzz is created to grab the attention of the public, directly attacking the job profiles, claiming tall promises, and all this done is to get the focus. It is as simple as marketing your product. Publicity is the key, and as they say, no publicity is bad publicity. But of course, with the time, these tools will improve. They will become more efficient, more capable. But remember, all this efficiency and all these capabilities will be there for you to harness, be more productive, and generate the code in much lesser time, and you can become an indispensable resource for your company. But if you don't, then software development is anyways not for you. And friends, all these tools are just coming, they're just showcasing, they're in the development very nascent stage, and as they say that there is always an early mover advantage. So those who will learn and adapt early, like you and me, will earn a crazy money. So with this positive thought, I would like to end the video. In case you like the content of the video, then please press the like button and subscribe for more such videos. And also my friends, these kind of topics are open topics for discussion. So let's make these kind of videos really interactive. Share your thoughts in the comment section. In case you want, you can also reach me at connectors@thetechblackboard.com. So I will really wait for your thoughts and suggestions, and that's all for today. I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay fit, keep learning, and thanks for watching.